Good morning, this is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I am here at 2271 Hill Drive in Eagle Rock, and I am preparing to perform a video examination of the main sewer line here on the property for Brad Keys. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that is underneath or interior to the structure. Our examination today is not focused on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. So I'm going to be performing my examination today from this 4-inch cleanout located here on the rear of the structure, or the rear right, if you will, as you come around from the driveway around the front side there into the rear side yard. You look down next to our water softener, you'll see this clean out sticking out. Now you see this white PVC pipe they have stuck into the clean out cap. This is a discharge for that water softener that's all disconnected. This is an illegal fitting. It presents or illegal cross connection, I should say. Basically, it makes a cross-contamination situation between the potable water and the wastewater system. So, since this is already disconnected, I would suggest just removing this and putting a proper cap, a new cap in there. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to drop in. We're essentially going to come straight out under the backyard, running over towards that side, and then down, all the way down to Hill Drive. Approximately 270 feet or so, something like that. Dropping down and then coming out here into our vitrified clay main sewer pipe as we just exit the structure. Zero out the counter there. Get a good look at the line. Now, these vitrified clay pipes are very common. It is a piping material that's expected to have a long service life. Being a natural material, it's not expected to deteriorate underground, but it is more brittle in nature and does have a higher potential for damage during seismic activity or earthquakes. And then root intrusions at these joints can also damage the pipe. Although that is a common condition in these clay lines, you need reasonable access for maintenance, and you would want to monitor it for any future damage. So far we're seeing pretty minor roots, but as we get further down the line, more down towards the private driveway here coming up, we're going to see more significant root intrusions, and currently no real reasonable access to be able to clean them. Cleanouts are required every 100 feet of sewer pipe. You can see these roots kind of growing down lengthwise of the pipe, pulling a little soil in with them. It's not all that uncommon. So what I'm going to do is we'll go ahead and push all the way down to public sewer, and then on my way back out I'll track and locate the line, probably at about the 100-foot mark, and then again at the 200-foot mark. I'll get a couple of cleanouts installed for the system to give more suitable access for the maintenance cleanings we're going to be recommending on the system. And if I find anything that's cracked or broken, I may suggest putting a clean out in that location. But as a quick rundown, the first time I didn't see anything broken necessarily, but there are some areas of more significant root intrusions that might work good to go ahead and recommend a clean out. So building code would have dictated originally that around this 100-foot mark there should have been a second clean out, but I'm not seeing one. And what we're looking for is an opening at the top of the pipe. Essentially I don't see one until we get all the way down to the street. So fairly clean so far, only minor roots. like we're going to jog over a bit here as we're heading down the hill. And you see we're starting to get into more significant roots on the lower end of the systems. Get down to that 120-foot mark or so is where we start seeing the more significant root intrusions. And you can see that the roots do limit our visibility in those areas, more so coming up here. It would be a good idea, once this line is cleaned out real good, to take a second look. It's free of obstructions, but we're not seeing any obvious breaks or damage. This section especially, though, is kind of your more significant root intrusion. It's growing all through the interior of the pipe there. Looks like there may be a clean out opening here in this area. It's kind of at an unusual location, 220 feet from where we exited the building. But again, hard to see through this section. some debris buildup here. This looks like a mortar at the joints. It's kind of squeezed through, and little chunks broken off sit there in the pipe. That would more than likely be pushed through during the cleaning. A little bit of an offset here. Never should jump over it. And then dropping down into our public sewer, basically about 270 feet from where we dropped in. Alright, so at this point, I don't find anything that's a significant compromise or any real compromise to the integrity of the pipe. Quite a bit of root intrusion through the system, so we're definitely going to want to have more suitable access, more standard access about every 100 feet, so that it can be effectively maintained and cleaned, and then closely monitored for future damage. Other than that, it's basically functional and exhibiting what we consider common conditions. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude the video portion of the examination for today. I will be issuing a written report to review along with this video, which will describe our final findings and recommendations. I'll also try and take photographs of the locations that I'm choosing for cleanouts to include in that report. Now, we do recommend that all main sewer lines are examined after any significant seismic activity, and that main sewer lines should be examined annually to monitor changing conditions in the system. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.